Welcome back to the tiny wee boat. Now, if you saw our last episode, there was a few disasters, so fingers crossed today's episode will be full of positivity. We'll get the boat finished and we'll be on the water by the end of it. Jokes, I mean that's not going to happen, but let's hope there's no disasters today. It's a beautiful day, so yeah, let's crack on. If you're new here, my name's Hannah. That was Victor that you just saw waving. We bought this 23-foot wilderness Beaver a long time ago now, and we have been renovating it, totally stripped the whole thing and trying to make it beautiful on the inside. So far things are looking great. We're super happy with the progress that we've had, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some interesting things done today, but honestly I don't know if that's going to happen. So today we are planning on drilling some more holes into the boat for the vents at the top. Victor's just trying to choose the best sized hole cutter for the vents that we've bought. He found one that fitted, so it was time to start drilling. This is called the floating drill. And here he is! Henry's on his way. Hello, Henry. We needed to get Henry because the fiberglass was going everywhere. That's us through the first layer of fiberglass. Then we had to go from the underside to cut a hole in the roof panels. I thought that was a very cool angle, as you can see. We were sort of jumping up onto the roof and then back down onto the boat and then up onto the roof and back down on the boat to get these vents in, as you'll see. Then here comes Henry to the rescue to get rid of all the fiberglass that's fallen about everywhere. It fits, it fits, it fits, it fits, it fits. I was so happy that the hole that we cut in the boat, it actually was the perfect size for the vent. Victor definitely seems to know what he's doing, doesn't he? Then on with the sealant to make sure that no water comes through. And there we have a beautifully installed vent into our tiny wee boat. Now time to start vent number 2. Did you see that look of confusion on Victor's face? So he's just going to take the vent up to the top and test with the wires to make sure that it actually works, the vent, because it's electric. More wiring for y'all. I know how much you love it. Victor is wiring the fan so we can have a shower and not stay in the van. Ooh. So in the last episode you might have seen that we found some mushrooms and we had them for dinner. Today I found 2 more mushrooms. Let me show you. There's one. And there's 2. I should be a comedian, don't you think? That was a rhetorical question. Please don't be posting in the comments saying how unfunny I actually am. So we're just putting some sealant on and around this final vent again to make sure that, you know, when it rains, the water doesn't come into the boat and ruin all the work that we've done. Then we wanted to test out the water. I'm on water collecting duty. Then it was time to actually test the water pump. Attempt number 1 and 2 haven't worked yet, so we're trying to release the pressure on the tap to see if that helps. Something's not working.
Yeah.
So the water pump's been connected the wrong way. So it's actually, you heard it bubbling earlier. It's because we were actually blowing air into the tank instead of it soaking the water out. So it looks like we're going to fix that. I found it highly amusing that we had been blowing bubbles into the water tank instead of pulling the water through to the tap. That kept me entertained for a very long time. Okay, so we're going for attempt number 523 of the water to see if it's gonna work. Is it gonna work?
It will. Ready?
Yeah. Oh yes. Finally. Woo! wastewater. I went outside to check the wastewater, but where was the water? Oh my god, we just tested the we just tested the sink without connecting the pipe to the waste pipe. So we've wet the boat a little bit, but that's fine. All in good time. We're learning. We've got a bit of a wet beaver. So once we connected the waste pipe, I went back outside to show you how it should have looked first time around. So just removing the tape from around the sink because it's all set in place now, and then it was actually time for lunch, if you could believe it. Then it was back to work. So there was a bit of the panel that we wanted to screw in properly, so we decided to do that. Better no? Then we reorganised everything in the boat, tried to make it tidy so we could work, and then that was pretty much us for the evening. Henry, it's home time. Right, Henry, say goodbye. Bye. There's a beautiful tiny wee boat. So that's us from the tiny wee boat today. Now it's not been too eventful, but we managed to put in the 2 mushroom vents and also fix and test the water to see if it's running. So we're happy, tired, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
We put the boat's little cover on, and then that was us. So big thank you to everyone who has watched today's video, who's liked and subscribed to our channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button, give us a like, drop us a comment if you're enjoying, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.